Hi everyone, Sat Sri Akal. This is Cub. I'm here for my second video on how to replace a receptacle. You might replace a receptacle because it's old or it's loose, or you just want to upgrade. Like for example, this one here. It's loose, it falls out, especially when somebody's blow drying. So first we're going to test to see if there's power, which there is, and then we'll go downstairs and shut the breaker off. So to test, I put it in. We got power. Now let's go downstairs and shut the breaker off. Now I'm down at the basement. This is what your normal panel looks like. Sometimes you'll have it listed, sometimes not. So you might have to try a few on, off. Keep running upstairs and see if it shuts the power off. But I know it's 15 since I've already tested it. So we're going to shut the breaker off and go upstairs. Okay guys, back upstairs. I just had to change receptacles. The other one was a little bit more advanced. I'll make another video showing you all about it. It had more than 3 wires, so we'll go with the one in the hallway. It's got 3 wires. It's easier to change, especially for beginners. So now that we shut the breaker off, we'll test it again. Dead. Using my flat screwdriver, I'll take the plate off. See, with this, you have different screw bits. This one's a flat here, so I'll use this one. But with this screwdriver, you can change your bits, which is nice to have. We'll change it here to a Robertson number 1. Smaller bit. See, with this one, there's only 3 wires. You got your ground. It's a kind of a dark green. You got your white, your black. The black's got the darker screw. The white is a whiter screw. These ones are also been put in the back, which has more of a chance of failing. I would put them in the screws, that way they will never break. Everyone uses this, but I wouldn't as an electrician. More chances of it failing. I believe I'll have to cut these off. Okay. This is why I don't use these. I will cut it. Take off the ground screw. Oops. Okay. This is why I don't use these. They can break and your receptacle will not work. And then when you want to change it, you have to cut the wires every time. It's best to just put them into the screws. Like on the new ones, you put them into the screws. So much easier. Okay, so now that I cut the ends off, I'll have to strip the wire with my wire strippers. Like I said, these are number 14s. So I go to number 14 solid. Okay, now that they're stripped, these have holes in them that you can use to make your curve to fit around the screws. I'll start off with the ground screw since it's already done. ground screws in, you're going to cross your wires because the copper or the brass screw goes to the black hot and the white screw goes to the shiny silver screws. So I am going to turn, I'm going to make it a little hook to go around. Okay, so this is a bridge, which means if you put the wire on any one, it'll make them both hot. So you can put them on any one. I would close off or screw in the one that you're not using. See, different size again. Make sure you screw the one that you're not going to use so it doesn't hit your box and blow your breaker. You put your wire in, tighten her down. Make sure it's tight. You do the same for the other side. You want to make sure your loop is facing right. So when you tighten your screw, it tightens around the screw. So this one I'm going to be turning this way. Just like so. I'm going to strip it just a little bit more. Here's your loop. And again, we'll put it over top. And then tighten the one that you're not using. Okay guys, there it is, replaced. Now I'm just gonna push this back into, just make sure you fold the wires a bit, push it back, and we'll screw these in. I'd start off at the top. Just put it in a little bit, get the bottom one started. Okay, these you can move these around. You don't want it too close to the box on each side, just in case. You want to gap it properly. And you can always straighten it out if you need to when you put your plate on. Okay guys, I went downstairs, turned the breaker back on just to test it. I bought a tamper resistant receptacle, which means no kid can come in and stick something in and electrocute themselves. So they have a TR rating on them, tamper resistant, and to test it, it won't work if you stick it in. Sometimes if you can get the plate back, it will. The best thing to do is stick it on the side of that screw, and that tells you there's power. Now we'll put the plate back on. Okay, there you go. That is a receptacle. In my next video, I will show you or replace the other receptacle that I had earlier shown with the multiple wires coming in. So Stay tuned for the next video.